how's it going?
How you doing?
So what do you got?
I've got something here that is more valuable than anything I guarantee you've ever seen in this shop. I have a clump of rupees that were minted in 1702 by the son of the man who built the Taj Mahal. The man's name was Muhyiddin Muhammad Aurangzeb Alamgir, otherwise known as Emperor Aurangzeb.
It took you a while to remember that, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. This clump of treasure coin is known as the Taj Mahal treasure because it truly is the only sunken treasure related to the Taj Mahal dynasty. The reason why I'm here today is because I had these in an auction here and it did not sell, so I'm coming over to see the guys here and hopefully they'll open their wallets.
So what can you tell me about these?
They were minted in Surat, India. They went to the bottom of the ocean in 1702 and were recovered by Arthur C. Clarke and his dive partner.
Didn't he write a few books about it?
Yeah, he wrote 2 books about it. In fact, before he really started writing heavily about science fiction, he was an avid scuba diver. And when they discovered it in 1961, Clarke and his dive partner, Mike Wilson, swam over the edge of a reef, and here this shipwreck and all these silver coins were laying out all over the bottom.
This is one of the most well-documented treasure discoveries in history. I've read books about this wreck. Ever since I started working in the pawn business, I've wanted sunken treasure, and this is the mother lode. I mean, I've had a few individual coins come in, but nothing like this.
They were minted in Surat, India, and then were headed on to the Orient along the spice route, but they never made it there. They were wrecked in a typhoon and wound up on a shipwreck there, and they sat underwater for that long. The reason why they're in such good shape is because they were laying up against some iron object, most likely a cannon. And the cannon oxidizes faster than the silver does, just like a sink on your boat does.
Yeah.
So that's why coins aren't touched. The natural electrolysis in the water went through the cannon instead of the silver first, so the silver is perfectly preserved.
So how did you come in possession of them?
Well, I did a documentary with Arthur C. Clarke in 1993. His family consigned it to me, and we've been trying to sell it.
You got paperwork on them, right?
Yes, signed by Arthur C. Clarke.
Everything he's telling me about this adds up with everything I've read. It's authentic, it's the real thing, and I cannot believe it is sitting in my shop.
Can I buy it for silver scrap?
No, you can't. What makes these so valuable is that they are still in clump form. 99% of treasure coins are always reduced down to individual coins and sold off that way.
It's extremely rare to have a treasure collection this large. It's even more rare to have them naturally fused together like this. This is unique, and unique usually costs money.
The fact that it's all clumped together now and hasn't been disassembled makes it much more valuable, as I'm sure you understand from some of the things that you
Yeah.
here.
So how much you want for it?
I'd like to get $700,000 for it.
It's a lot of money.
It is a lot of money because we know the rarity. There were only 3 of them in the world. Now there's only 2. Originally, there were 3 clumps of coins, the one that's here in the U.S., one that's in the Clarke family archives, and a third that was in a museum in Colombo, Sri Lanka. But when the 2004 tsunami hit, the sea reclaimed that clump of coins, and they've never found it. So now there's only 2 of them in the world.
I really, really want this. I mean, this thing is truly incredible. But tying up $750,000 in one item, it could bankrupt this shop.
I'd love to have it. It's a cool item. I mean, I would love to have it in my shop, but I'm not going to spend that kind of money. If I buy this off you, I got to put it in an auction, and it might take 5 or 10 years.
Right.
Which means my money's tied up for a long time.
It's an investment.
No, it's a gamble.
My biggest problem here is this guy's already told me it didn't meet reserve at auction. I have to buy this thing at a price where I can sell it quickly and make a profit. All I can do now is make an offer.
I want to give you 200 grand for it.
200?
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that's, I could go a little bit more, but it's not going to be much. That's what I could do. I mean, there's some things even too expensive for me.
I respect that. I gotta hold out for more. But hey, thanks very much. Thanks for your time. You know.
All right. Sorry for new business. I mean, you just got to look at it from my perspective, and it's a lot of damn money.
That it is.
I knew it was a long shot, and I'm really disappointed I wasn't able to buy the treasure. But at the same time, I'm a little bit relieved, because if I had to tell the old man I shelled out $250,000, he would have kicked my ass.
What do we have here?
These are my Freddy Krueger fingers, a Katar blade,
I think
guess
it's called
is what-
a Scissor Katar.
Scissor Katar.
Didn't they used to kill tigers with those?
You can't kill a tiger with a knife.
With a guitar, you can.
No, it's an 800-pound killing machine.
We're talking about a ninja that an 800-pound killing machine couldn't even see.
I came to the pawn shop today to try and sell what I believe is a Scissor Katar. In the right hands, this would be a very deadly weapon. I'd like to get about $500 for it. I would go, I guess, as low as $50 if push came to shove.
So where'd you get it?
I own a local junk hauling franchise, and we were cleaning out someone's garage, and at first I thought it was like maybe a World War I bayonet or something, but...
Different cultures all have different kinds of knives and swords and everything like that. This is just the one that developed in India.
Right.
You can just tell the way the patina's at, they're like 100 years old. The majority of them do not have this little scissor action. They're just a blade like this. You could use it in one hand to like catch a sword or something like that, and you can stab them with it too.
I read that the really good guys could punch somebody, open it up when it was inside, and do maximum internal damage.
Looks like you could trim hedges with this.
Really, trim hedges?
Like Edward Scissorhands.
God, I love you, chum. Some stuff just brings out the crazy in chum. A 100-year-old Indian mechanical push dagger definitely does the trick. I don't see it as a real realistic weapon. I mean, this metal is very thin, can be bent really easy, but it's still difficult to make this. You know, this is like all iron, and it feels like spring steel inside there. And it was really beautiful at one time, I imagine. I mean, this silver inlay right here, it looks like it went all the way down the sides, across the handles right here. I think someone really prized it at one time. So what do you want to do with it?
I want to sell it because I have 2 young boys at home that I don't need them fighting tigers or taking each other's liver out with it or something.
Okay. Generally, people who collect swords and knives like that, they like really, really high quality stuff. And this isn't. I'm assuming I'm gonna get $100 out of this thing. Okay? You would think more, but
I wouldn't think that you see too many of these, though. That's...
you don't. But you don't see 150-year-old spaghetti that often, but it's not gonna be worth a lot of money. I mean, that's the same analogy, you know? Now, I'll give you $50.
I've got 2 kids. Can we do 75?
$60.
I think you're gonna be able to do so many things with this.
Yeah, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna take him to the hospital to get stitches with it. That's what I'm gonna do with it.
65?
All right, $65. Go write them up, chum. Don't play with it.
The $65 isn't gonna get me the trip to Disneyland I was hoping for, but probably Happy Meals for the boys tonight, at least.
Ain't nothing but a ninja party.
Chum, put the thing away before someone gets put in the hospital.
Ninjas don't go to the hospital.
So where do they go?
Into the woods. These guys just don't give me the respect that I deserve. I know in a past life, I must have been a ninja. I mean, come on. They've seen my ninja skills.
How much we pay for that hunk of metal?
I paid $65 for it. I think I'll probably get a couple hundred for it.
Yeah, chum, we don't kill himself.
You wouldn't understand. You're not a ninja like me.
When you cut your hand off, chum, we don't expect working comp out of this company.
Chum and weapons do not mix. Part of me finds them entertaining. The other part makes me want to get a new insurance policy for the shop.
What are you doing, Chumley?
Opening mail.
Ever since Rick bought that damn knife, Chumley's been obsessed. It's like using a sledgehammer to swat a fly.
What's that mean? See how good that works?
This blockhead's guaranteed to land somebody in an emergency room. I just hope it ain't me.
This Katar knife that Rick bought is awesome. I've been finding all kinds of practical uses for it.
What in the world are you doing, Chumley?
Having a snack. You want some?
Yeah, well, maybe.
All right, I'll make you some right here. What are you doing?
I'm putting this up before you cut yourself, Chumley.
I have ninja skills. You know I'm getting that back, right?
If you do, I'll cut you 6 feet wide, Chumley.
I can't believe the old man is hating on my ninja skills. This is why I'm not more helpful around the shop. Because every time I do something awesome, I get nothing in return.
Fits like a glove. Chumley's running around with this guitar like a kid with scissors. So I took it.
Everyone around here sucks. I mean, yeah, sometimes I get carried away, but it's not like I hurt anyone. At least not in a while.
Who's the ninja now, chum?
Really?
So what's in the box? Or what is the box?
It's an old Indian dowry chest
Okay, and where'd you get it?
on the curb with a free sign on it.
Okay.
I'm at the pawn shop today to sell my Indian dowry chest. I think this Indian dowry chest is 225 years old. I would like to sell this dowry chest today because it's just taking up too much space.
This is pretty cool, man. For thousands of years, arranged marriages have been a part of Indian culture. You know, a family would give money to the family taking the daughter. It was tradition, it went on forever, but I'm assuming it's something more of a hope chest than it is a dowry chest because a dowry is generally more monetary. Okay. The hope chest is a chest where a young girl starts collecting all these things for when she gets married. So she'll have like linens and she'll have like silverware and she'll have dishes. She brings those things with her, and that's what a hope chest is. I don't think there's any real way to determine that it's a hope chest or a dowry chest. It's just a chest. Can I look inside?
Yeah.
It's well over 100 years old. Just look at the way this is all oxidized and the staining is going into the wood. They said it's probably is India. That's sort of like the style on the front of it. It's bare copper, and over the years it turns green. It's got a pretty simple locking mechanism on it that doesn't seem to work anymore. What do you want for it?
7,000.
I mean, I'm not being mean to you. That just seems like an insane number to me. I know I can pick this stuff up really, really inexpensively. This is just an old chest, and I don't see how you're gonna get that kind of money out of it.
What are you thinking?
300 bucks?
Give me 500.
No, I'll give you 300 bucks. I'm being a really nice guy at 300 bucks.
All right, 300 bucks.
All right, we got a deal. I'll meet you right over there, and we'll do some paperwork.
All right.
Right. New apartment for Chum?
I have something very, very unique that you've probably never seen before.
I've worked here 25 years, dude.
Okay. This is ancient Apsara dancer statue from the 10th century, made out of sandstone.
Okay, and where in the hell did you get this?
It's been in our family forever.
Since the 10th century?
I came down to the pawn shop to sell my old family heirloom. I've done some research, I've called some auction houses, and nobody could really tell me the real value. I want $5,000 for it, so I thought I would come down here, see what it's worth, and make a deal.
This is pretty cool. Can I pick it up?
Sure, go ahead.
Well, it's definitely sandstone, because if it was granite or marble, it'd weigh 3 times this much. Sandstone was the stone of choice when they built their temples, because if you see in a lot of their temples, there were statues everywhere. In the Hindu religion, they got thousands of gods. There was just so much that had to be done when they built these temples. They had to use a softer stone. It's really rare when you have a piece of art from this time period. Apsaras are like angels in Buddhist and Hindu cultures, and they're all carved differently, and each one has its own unique ornaments. If this Apsara is from the 10th century, that is amazing. I would love to have this in my store. I know I could sell it quick. But I'm gonna have to find out more about this because I don't normally get Apsaras. You said this has been in the family forever. Do you know how someone got it originally?
Not from a couple generations back. It came from India. We've had it sitting out there for a long time, and
Okay, so you had an ancestor who was
Yeah.
lived in India or
Yeah.
visited there, or?
I'm from India myself.
Okay. If this is from the 10th century, it's uber cool because this is a real piece of art.
Okay.
And it's in amazing condition. And that's the part that scares the hell out of me.
Okay.
Because, you know, sometimes it's too good to be true.
This has been stored away for a long time, so we haven't had it sitting out there in the elements, been packed in a suitcase.
Okay. Well, if you've had it in a suitcase for like 100 years, what about the 900 years before
Right,
that or
what
whatever?
happened to it, we don't know.
So these are things I need to look into.
All right.
Because India was a really popular tourist spot for the past 150, 160 years. And when you have tourists, you have people who want to sell them stuff. There was a lot of fakes made, but there was also a lot of people grabbing every old temple and everything they could find to sell it to the British tourists because they had hard currency. So I need to know if it's real. I'm assuming you want to sell it?
Yes, yes.
And how much do you want for it?
I was asking $5,000 for it.
$5,000. Okay. I would really like someone to check this out. I'm gonna call up my friend Phineas. He's a strange cat, but he really knows what he's talking about.
All right.
Okay? He'll come in, he'll take a look at it, and we'll go from there.
That sounds good. I'm really excited to see what's really worth it. We've had this for a long time, and we're really looking forward to seeing, you know, what it's really worth and how old it really is.
I'm so glad you called me in to look at a piece like this. And I know some interior decorators that probably spring for that right now, you know, like I put it on their shelf. Rick sent me a text message of this image. And when I saw it immediately, I thought, wow, this is something I'd really love to take a look at because that's my expertise and I love Indian art. So I came immediately. So, Rick, what are your personal concerns about it?
Well, first off, he says it's from India and the 10th century, which means it's like 1,000, 1,100 years old.
Right.
It's in really good shape.
Yes.
Okay. I've never seen something sandstone this old
Look this good.
look this good, yes.
You're exactly right. Looking at the exquisite way that it's been preserved and the aging signs, if this were sandstone 1,000 years old, it would be pitted terribly. We never get them in museums that look like this. So you're calling this an Apsara, right?
Yes,
So
yes.
an Apsara is a sky angel. To indicate Apsara, you want to see it flying, and it usually has feet that are kind of crossed or going up like this, you know, as if it's flying out of the sky. This piece is missing the feet, which is very interesting to me. So let's talk about the face. This face is not Indian. It's Cambodian.
Okay.
I found a photo that I had taken,
It looks just like it. Look at that.
and this is from Cambodia.
Okay.
Okay. And so you can see it's just a perfect kind of replication.
Pretty much identical almost.
Yes, pretty much identical. So, you know, I'm going to have to say it was a replication done in Cambodia, and it's probably like around maybe 75 to 150 years old. Somewhere in there, they did this statue.
What's something like this go for?
$1,200 to maybe like $2,200 on the upside.
Okay.
Would be what you're looking at.
Thanks, Phineas.
You are welcome, Rick. It's 1 in a million that I would actually have that photo in my collection. But it's still a beautiful piece, and it's something that I'm sure somebody out there would love to own and display in their home.
Are you still stuck on $5,000?
Like, not anymore.
Okay. So what are you willing to take for it?
18?
Okay, he just said it would go for 12 to 24.
Right.
Okay. And if I buy it for 18, I'd most likely lose money. I'll give you like $700 for it.
I would take 1,000. And it was in good shape.
I'll give you $800.
900?
No.
No. 850.
No. $800?
I'll do it.
Okay, sweet. Cool, man. I'll meet you right up front, and you even get to keep your box.
I felt okay about it. It's not really, you know, the 10th century artwork. I'd just rather sell it and keep going.
Hey, fellas.
What do we have here?
I have a 400 or 500-year-old pirate's chest.
So this could be Johnny Depp's.
I would like to sell this chest today because I have absolutely no room in my house for it. I think it could be 400 or 500 years old and it's in very good condition and may be worth a ton of money.
Damn, it's big.
Where'd you get this?
I got it from a friend of mine down in the Gulf Coast. Pirates was in that area extensively.
There's probably been pirates for as long as there's been ships. And famous pirates like John Lafitte did operate along the Gulf Coast of the United States at one time. That said, the whole idea of a pirate's chest is sort of a myth.
There basically isn't such thing as a pirate chest. There's a sea chest, okay? I guess it could be a pirate's chest if a pirate owned it, okay?
Right.
But there's no real way to tell that. This is wood. You can open this up with a hammer.
Right.
Okay? So it wouldn't be something for treasure.
Well, it could be off a pirate's boat because of this little hidden compartment down here. It has several secret compartments. Well, that's where they kept all their booty.
That's cool.
Have you searched those secret compartments for gold?
Yes, and unfortunately, I found none.
Way back in the day, there was no banks, there was no safety deposit boxes. So it doesn't surprise me, but it does make it neater. I don't know exactly what it's for. I mean, usually a chest is for traveling. What are you looking to do with it?
Well, I've got to get rid of this thing because we've got to make some room.
How much you looking to get?
At least a couple of grand.
I know someone will probably know how old this is and where it's from. Do you mind if I give him a call and get him down here?
Oh, please do.
Every once in a while, I get a sea chest in the store, but I've never seen one quite like this before, so I want to get it checked out before I make an offer.
Do you have any idea what you think this is?
Well, I know it's an old chest. It's off a boat, and it could be 400 or 500 years old.
Okay. In the 18th and 19th century, you were on a ship, you didn't have closets, so you would have a sea chest. Now, a sea chest normally is wider at the base because it needs to sit flat on the deck and not move around as the deck is moving. They are made out of wood and brass because iron rusts. You know, that's not a good thing to have on board ship. One of the things you have here is a lot of iron strapping. That's not normal for a sea chest. Oh, yeah. Oh, and the secret compartments. This is all real typical of this kind of chest, but it's not a sea chest. These were used in homes, and this comes from India. Those leaf-shaped latches are very typical of dowry chests. And so they would come as part of a marriage. The wife would have all of her goods in here. The secret compartments, you'd have jewelry, that sort of thing kept in.
This thing's probably at least 400 years old, though, right?
No.
No.
No. The manufacturing style is what you would have
Right.
seen in the 19th century. You know, it's 100 to maybe 130 or 40 years old.
Well, it sure is almost half as old as I said it was.
There you go.
All right, thanks, Mark.
I would have loved for this to have been a 400-year-old sea chest, but an Indian dowry chest, still pretty cool. It makes a great decorative piece, and people will love the secret compartments.
You know, I told you 2 grand, you know, half the age, half the price, a grand.
First off, a sea chest is much cooler than a dowry chest. How about 400 bucks?
Give me 500, I'll walk away smiling. We'll all be happy. Done deal.
How about I give you 450 and you walk away with a grin?
500, big smile.
All right, 500 bucks.
Deal.
All right, write them up, Jump.
I'm walking out of here today with a big smile on my face because I got 500 bucks and I don't have to lug this big thing all the way back home. So, awesome.